When my father-in-law was a farmer, there was one TV programme he never missed. In fact, when it came on, a sudden hush had to descend on the entire household. Everyone had to be quiet so he could listen and take in the vital information that he needed to hear. It was, of course, the weather forecast, because like so many farmers, he lived with the daily reality of his crops needing water and nourishment to thrive, and he had to check them regularly to make sure that they were healthy and growing as they should be. In Ephesians chapter 4, Paul explains what enables a church to be and become a thriving church. And in verse 16 of that chapter, he gives every church the goal of being a church family that is healthy and growing and full of love. And of course, if a church is going to be like that, then it needs the people who are part of that church to be spiritually thriving too. I wonder if that describes where we are spiritually at present. Growing and thriving, or whether with the unsettling nature of the last few months, we feel that instead of thriving, we're actually just about surviving. That our spiritual lives feel a bit dry and in need of some recovery. Well, wherever we are spiritually, even if we've become somewhat distant from God in recent months, the great news is that God doesn't give up on us or wash his hands of us. Instead, he is always lovingly calling us back in grace, calling us back to a place where he knows we'll be happiest. That is, walking closely with him and enjoying all the goodness of the relationship that he offers. With that in mind, over the next few weeks, we thought it would be good to encourage each other to tap in to the nourishment and spiritual nutrients that God makes available to us. To help us do that, I'd like to recommend a very slim booklet. It's called Spiritual Health Check. It's a very short devotional resource made up of 16 brief studies, and each one will take you probably around 10 minutes to work through. On the back of the booklet, there's an introductory note that says this: use these Bible devotionals to help your Christian life grow healthier and more joyful. This little book will help you assess how you're doing in your faith and excite you about all the ways God has given you to grow and thrive. So can I encourage you over the next few weeks to join with us in working your way through this booklet? If you'd like to do that, then we'll be very happy to provide you with a copy free of charge. And our suggestion would be to work through 3 chapters a week over the summer. Our hope and our prayer is that as we do that, each one of us will emerge from lockdown spiritually refreshed, stronger in our faith, and growing more like Jesus. If you'd like to receive a copy, all you have to do is use one of the contact forms on the website or text me on this number at the bottom of the screen, and we'll be very glad to get one to you free of charge. Let's pray that this summer will be a refreshing one, spiritually as well as physically, and that our experience will mirror the vivid picture of faith and spiritual fruitfulness found in Psalm 1, where we read, "They delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season."